from the Jet players, specifically from FUT. Kiwi has been struggling thus far this tournament. Didn't do too hot versus UG. Wasn't able to find his normal value on Haven either. But normally on Ascent, he is a beast. They're starting on the defensive side. The stronger side.
Ascent was good too.
Like
I mean, sure, they were fine.
If you are FUT.
But I'm telling you, with like our anti and the reads that we had, we should have been fine.
Of course, it's going to be. My eyes are on cracks. His utility usage needs to be on point. They need to be way more reactive, knowing that ASE is going to be very dominant on those attacks.
Well, we want to see a third map, but I don't know if we're going to get it. Let's send it over to Doug and Bala for the cast.
Thank you, Golden Boy. It's a big ask for FUT, but they have to convert on Ascent Bala because they find themselves with backs against the ropes.
Yeah, and this is a place where FUT, I mean, they've changed up some things, especially with Ada Captain coming in as their starter. And it's been a while. I mean, they played it a lot
pretty much
since then too, and they've gone towards
I would say same level.
more standard composition. I'm really interested to see if they can bounce back after that really, really ugly start. In my mind, it looked like they didn't show up on the server, but they did start to get a little comeback going at the end.
They did. I still think, though, in face of what we just saw take place, you ask yourself, if you're the coach, I mean, what do you say?
Yeah.
Right?
I was wondering.
You almost have to go, like, forget it, right? Like, GG, go next.
Liquid is joining in with the shortest donations. Oh, that's cool. I missed that tweet.
Yeah. I couldn't really tell whether he was
nice to
mad
see.
or whether he was trying to find ways to stay positive.
I'll find that retweet in a sec.
And I think as
Okay, right, in terms of this one, we have FUT. No more mistakes from them. Can't mess up anymore. FUT on defense, ASE on attack.
Next round. Kiwis
Nice shot.
here, drop both jets down. Mr. Fallen's 15 HP, clinging on to dear life.
And they don't get in.
No.
They try to inject some
Yeah,
speed,
15
but they don't
HP,
get in.
30 HP, 6 HP as well.
Really
That's some low HP,
on
son.
FUT. However, this map is a good second map after losing in a pretty horrendous way, despite the scoreline, because you can get this streak on defense.
Right.
This is a map where momentum can shift very,
This is
very
nice as
easily.
well, cutting sound for a lot of this. Kind of just waiting for the smoke. The cutting sound fails when both of you get hit by the knife, so they know that you're there. And they at least know the two's there, so they don't have to worry too much. That's why they keep the stack here.
Capable of competing at these global events since 2021. Until now. Or at least we
Monk was 5-0 in First Blood, so that's actually wild. Dude, he was having a game though. His Sheriff looked incredible. What is it with Killjoys and
They're gonna get
Sheriffs?
another? They're both just so weak, though. Surely they don't pull off some heroics like
6
this.
HP?
With
Okay.
nothing but 6 HP. Tries to swing out. Ada Captain gets 3.
biggest problem there is they tried to go 2 up close gen and 1 player taking a route over towards the right side of site, and that would clear out the site. That's why they get 2 kills. But unfortunately leaves the spike stranded. Sitting out in the open. So the 2 players remaining in gen have to make a play out of it. It's way too hard. Love the smoke from Bunt as well. Bunt was, in my mind, even though I saw Monk at the top of the leaderboard in the last game, Bunt was really making plays left and right. Some key rounds
Right, let's see what we got against this.
He shut down.
Marshals.
Agreed. Bunt was very good.
1-2
Capitalized on a lot of
rifle.
mistakes out of foot side.
And a double Spectre.
Like this out of them if they go
First day of the Paperex game, we don't really know until we get the actual schedule. It will be the 16th or the 17th.
Big pick.
One of them.
No, you shot early.
They won their first tournament pistol.
Smoked off though.
Oh yeah, that's true, because they played against EG Pistol Gods.
Anyways. Talked about that deep one.
Yeah.
I mean, that'll help.
Very easy to hear, very easy to spot that is getting put down, so you have to consider the fact that ASE have options to fight through it.
Dart not tagging anyone. Kiwi looking for a little bit of extra damage with the Marshall 3.
Okay, nicely done. No one goes down.
Anyway.
We see 1 armory buy. This will be kept. And it's a really good
Think about clean
eco.
rounds, they have not come through for FUT at all in this series so far. There's the first. I know it's just an anti-eco, but they're so important. I spoke about this map being a place where they can start to get these streaks going. Kiwi is one of those guys who must get going. You're not asking for one of those legendary 30-bomb performances or anything from him. You're just asking for him to lead the team here. Might be a shark attack.
Okay, yeah, I like this on the bonus.
Flash paranoia through. He's going deep for it, but nobody
Yeah,
here
with
from
a B
ASE to receive,
with a B
and they
push as
might
well.
speed up
Recon goes
if
in,
because
smoke
of it.
is here. They isolate and check all of this. Instant reaction would be to head over towards A, but they're kinda far away. Okay, this is nice though. But FUT have a heavy rotate, could get a lot of people here. You might just see them flood the site fast. I mean, everyone's here early, 5 people. Spike just goes in now. Nade's great. Nade and shock. That was nice.
Shock dart and a nano.
Insta kill on that. That's beautiful stuff.
No flank. It's just gonna be from heaven and from tree. ASE was
Ooh, I like this.
Wow.
He had double smoke, so he smoked into the... Man, they handled this really, really well.
We may have another bonus on our hands. This would have to be huge out of Bunt and Monk. And it's all just on to Bunt now. It's the diffuser's already gotten half. They swing out on the
Okay,
turret.
nice
Bunt
round
gets
from
another,
them.
but
Really good
it's a
bonus.
bonus.
Yeah, we get an
What with the
upgrade
big
in
lead
terms
here?
of one of the rifles here. I like this idea, right? They
nice
did the
stuff.
push over towards
That
middle.
retake.
And the thing that I liked the
you hold
most
on.
is once they got the
You're
B
ASE.
control and they knew that the reaction was going to come into A, they obviously, the Killjoy, sorry, the util combo that we saw to punish the plant. The thing that I liked the most was the smokes. To get through the one-way smoke over towards door, they smoked this here and just TP'd into it. So this person over towards door had to be scared of the right and had to be scared of the people running in. And then no matter what, they were just going to get the trade on this. So yeah, they handled this really well. And of course the combo was good. Because they light armor buy, they managed to get another buy into this one. So, but they can't buy next, so this is pretty important. If FUT win this round, ASE have to eco. Dude, that's so much damage. 12 HP. In terms of the ults, Bunt has his Omen ult. That's it.
So dangerous round still. These deep alarm bots are so nice out of Maj. That's a sentinel who really relies.
It's kind of cool.
On his
Just
aim.
off the
His
info.
fragging ability and not necessarily
Whoa.
setups. With
That's
his team, and he does lose. Out of captives playing close. His job was to hold
teams
against
don't
him.
do that, man. How do you prep against that? Like what?
Remember Kiwi at the beginning of the round.
Teams just don't swing that as soon as they see the
No
smoke
armor.
come down. I liked it though. It wasn't too bad. Like it didn't look as crazy. Smoke was here to cover this angle, and then they swung just insta fast commit.
They got a 2-2
So
split
it
going,
wasn't
and itching for
too
Maj. People on the
crazy.
work.
At least it was like methodical with the smoke here. It wasn't like going into a crossfire. I like this angle from Kiwi considering his HP. The timing of the smoke though, a little bit unlucky. They forced over towards site. Watch the timing like on cracks. Incredible. Mr. Farner has to still get one.
FUT's defense is scattered. They're still 1A, leaving Mr. Fallen on site by himself, and he cannot
Right.
hold them back.
Itching for
Nice
Maj to
round
get
from
the
them in the
info
end.
where he's coming from too.
Logic Fallow, thank you, bro.
He worked the map beautifully.
13
in that one.
months. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you.
1v3 necessary for Maj to pull this round out. Consideration of time,
Right.
HFMI's positioning evident. And the possibility for
Yeah,
more, but the
just
swing out
heavy
from
commit
Maj
with
is
that
just
one.
too
Okay.
good. Very well done.
Nicely done from them. The short reaction was a little bit bold, but I think that's what we've come to expect from them. And FUT, I mean, FUT have to be aware for that stuff. They like to do this.
Man, cracks. He dealt the damage. He was
Zero Cat as well. Zero Cat with the prime. Thank you so much, bro. 8 months. Appreciate it.
I was thinking a lot how these two teams could end up matching up.
He committed
Specifically
breaking the
thinking about
turret. I mean, he got
experience in moments
tagged by
like
it and
this,
tried to run
elimination.
back. He didn't see it on his
Obviously played
first
a lot
original
in
swing, I
ASE
don't
is one
think.
of the
I'm not
few teams
entirely
in this
sure.
team who did not. The only team.
Okay, we go fast on this one, fast towards this. Yeah, that's the problem with the smoke over towards this. That's the problem just general, and this is why most people,
Life is going over to
I'll
Spawn
explain it
again.
afterwards, how most people approach this.
To respond, they
Wait.
fall all the way back.
Monk is going to try to do some of the same. It was a counter punch. The left and the right. It was life. It was
Oh,
Monk.
nice way of doing this. They crunch over towards spawn in the end. This was sick. And the instant reaction was to go push towards A.
I mean, he's holding a great angle.
Dude,
to actually
really
prevent
nice
it.
round. Had a captain still in an alright spot. Good to note as well, 2 people are very low
One benefit
HP.
is maybe you don't consider his position. Now spotted. Paranoia is going to hit both.
Damn, this
It's a
was
great
sick.
response from
Okay,
ASE.
a lot of stuff to talk about. So a
That
lot of
was so
people,
well done,
you
and
saw
that's
these
like that
jet smoke
flavor,
over
that
towards short. A
brand
lot
of
of people
ASE
do jet
Valorant.
smoke
Everyone was
here
excited to see,
because
right?
a lot of the
Light
time
pushing
this
up
fades
mid,
too fast and you
pushing
can
through
get
spawn
caught
at
off
B,
this angle once they're going
crunching
through
spawn.
middle. So that's why a lot of teams do that. I love this idea that a lot of the time Life was just hanging around middle, and this must be something that I think teams will slowly start to add in as well. And maybe starting to see this slowly become more often. Just the pivot from the B. Especially when teams have Omen ults, right? Omen ult, Omen plays over towards A. When people have Omen ults, I expect this to start becoming more common, right? When you push over towards B, Omen ults back as site commits, and then you just split over towards spawn and then actually go A. That's something that I'm expecting to become more common. They had probably the cleanest execution I've seen on that strat. Straight up.
Getting one.
Nice trade.
But once again, Monk's timing is flawless.
I would actually say that was hands down the cleanest execution of this. And I think the only reason that it was, I actually think this was just the set plan. Whereas a lot of time it's more like a mid-round call to just reactionary go there. Maybe there'd be like a one-way here and some kind of setup towards lane. But this was like the original plan. That was sick, man. I like that a lot. That was impressive. I'll tell you what, every time I watch them, every time on one map, they have one round where I'm just like, this team is really good.
Mr. Fallen now cleared in hell. He's still causing problems! How does he get 3? Fourth available and the fourth delivered!
Oh, dude. That was so sick. Okay, what a time to do it. What a time to do it as well. I didn't see how many guns they picked up. We kind of got out of there a little bit too fast. But what a round to do it here. They would have at least got 2, right? How close is Killjoy?
They needed to convert that. Given the side that
Silver would have got 1. Yeah,
clean
Killjoy wouldn't have been able to get 1. Hey, really, really nice.
Right there. You just wait for the lockdown.
Alexander as well. Alexander, good to see you, dude. With the Prime, thank you so much for using your Prime on me, mate. Hope everything's going well. Thanks for the 4 months. Nicely done from Kiwi.
Life falls. Monk does too. Kiwi still
He did enough though, did great. Flashes were good here. Mr. Fallon gets 2 as well on top of that. That was perfect.
He's the help, and that was a fast one. As Ishan's the only one that remains. Wow.
Very good. Killjoy already had a gun. Oh, okay, nice. So they only got 2 upgrades, but they had the gun anyway. Okay. Very good. God damn, dude. Really gonna hit them like that? Oh my goodness.
Rounds like that again. I mean, investing ults, going for fast plays. If you shut those down, what more tools do ASE have? That was the big issue in their game against DRX, was running out of ideas.
Poor
And then they started disrespecting them a little bit.
Yeah, a little more loose, a little more swagger.
And trying to punish, trying to end the game with, not style,
the
but
double updraft on Killjoy.
right?
That's actually true. That was nice.
For example, after losing the pistol, that was successful.
That was more of like a little micro thing more than a macro strat, but I agree with you. They've got some good stuff. Okay, we go into this one. What the hell we got? We got double Marshall. We got double Marshall with 3 sharks. Okay.
Question is, how much of that can they mitigate?
Re-clear from FUT, coming in towards short. HFMI is exploring alone. Have to say, FUT are winning consistently these first engagements.
Yeah, they are. Which is just such a difference from what we saw on the previous map.
Yeah, ASE had chances and things to look out to fight for those first engagements. Remember, they were really taking it to Mr. Fallen on that C side.
They invested so much utility to try to clear Monk there. Shock Dart, a Paranoia.
I'm typically okay with that on the anti-eco. Because you have a wealth of utility in comparison to the other side. But
To
in
the
this case, actually,
Omen.
there's a lot of saved util from the prior rounds. So Bunt still has his flash. You have 2 smokes.
Okay.
You have a smoke from life
I mean, they should be fine here. I like this Omen smoke that he's done. This one that kind of connects so that he can just solo push out if he needs to join his teammates on site. Does manage to get the trade with it, not the actual double.
Get the plant down. Yep, 10 seconds left, but he's planning out in the open. It's bold. It's risky.
It's unlucky.
How does he find the timing?
Good luck.
How does he get it down? The dart gives
Yeah,
him
a
away.
little bit of hesitation on that one. Just didn't realize that the smoke was gonna go. Yeah, just this smoke that I was talking about here. Love this bit of util. Just again connects their smoke that they normally do over towards spawn, so you can have a free path. You actually start seeing people on the defensive side use Viper walls like that.
So he looks for a kill and then he realizes the situation.
They should be happy with the amount of damage they did. Sova has ult, Killjoy has ult, and Sova has ult as well here in terms of the defense. What are we doing on the attack? Dude, big kill setup over towards short. And then, I like this, they showed heavy over towards short round before, and now they play over towards A main. Do they play over towards both of the mains here? Every time you see this drone, all the time there's an op behind it. That's pretty nice as well, just making sure they shoot the turret with the rifle. But again, teams are very aware of how everyone likes to approach it. It doesn't really work these days. But still nice to see that they're approaching it right. What's the timing like in middle? He's got a lot of mid control, and obviously there is no, I was going to say, there's no alarm box. Killjoy's over towards A. Having a lot of success here.
And find success in it.
It's funny, look at Monk, he's the passive player in this. Yushin is just walking up mid by himself, it's not the Jet.
How do they push Kiwi off this angle?
Nano swarms inside of Cat.
Like
This
that.
split is tough for Kiwi to deal with.
Okay, like that. Nice round.
Oh, he has to go
Dude,
into the
this
nano and he spammed
team's,
through the
this team's
smoke.
got some good stuff, man. I like it. I'm impressed.
What a hit from ASE. That's now 2 rounds where they have found value from getting an early pick aggressively in spawn.
Yeah, and remember,
Got the instant answer, that was cool.
The early picks have been going towards FUT. These sort of mid rounds are fantastic.
Finding those tiny windows
Very nicely
and
done.
making something happen out of them has been the calling card for ASE. That's what gotten them to this point. And that's what gets them to the 3rd round.
What do you think? FUT need to just keep the Killjoy over towards B, or at least some kind of util middle? I don't know. They're getting so much value through middle here, and then everything seems to collapse.
I mean, I've seen nasty things from him, but that's real tough.
Honestly, maybe they just want to punish over towards middle. A definite punish or a crunch over towards middle here on FUT would be great. Yeah, it looks like they're on a similar page as me.
Still got the op up though.
We've got the rifle here to shoot the recon that potentially goes in at the beginning. Knife goes in, flash. Whoa.
Great spam for Maj. Actually potentially saves Kiwi there from spam as he crosses. Ult possible.
Oh boy.
They waited for it a little bit.
Okay, man, Bunt was unlucky. He was so close to getting out of there. So close to TPing before the first one hit him. That's the smoker down now. They just gotta play crossfires.
Inside of the space that life left.
Had a captain with a Paranoia, 2 on the other side.
And then in terms of ASE, just gotta pretty much walk contact, try and split. Mid's important. Short's important.
There it is.
You don't need to be doing that, boss man.
That spam is dangerous.
Nah, they don't lose this round. You lose my mind.
And they're not looking for this.
Why did they do this stuff?
Monk's gonna try to get the kill, but he loses the opportunity. Life dashing up mid again. Great reposition from Mr. Fallen, completely understanding, knowing that those two players were
19
just
HP, 14, 47
moments
HP.
ago.
Should be
He
fine.
had the potential to cut
Mine
off the
might be
rotations
still
and
intact
secure the
after
round,
this.
but
We're
you're
alright.
Mr. Fallen saves the day.
Mr. Fallon is having a great, great half. Is he on like 11
At
kills?
least you'd assume with how weak the two remaining members
That's
of
much
ASE
better.
are. Gonna get the spike down and they'll get a little bit of extra money out of it. And the ult. Dropping the knife, repositioning, expecting pressure.
All
from
three?
Heaven, but no, he's found them all. Flash will buy some time, but the swing goes right into his
That's
death.
silly. Yeah, I can't really blame him. Like,
Came through door, which
I don't know where he was meant to flash, and he knew they were probably just going to insta swing him, so it had to be just had to be just an instant decision to do that.
that's tough on the back of Gen. There's not much room
Okay,
to
nicely
work
done,
with
Mr.
there.
Fallon. Good
We
round
don't
from
know
him.
how
Good
far
ult.
this goes.
Good
Not as
util.
easy. That reposition from Mr. Fallen, I mean, that's it. And the fact that he actually hangs on against Monk is fine.
Okay, KO
Massive
ult's
success.
up.
Mr.
Do we have
Fallen
an
stepped up this
anti-KO
game.
setup, or are we still just kind of
Along with Kiwi.
thinking
That
about how
should,
the game's
honestly,
been going?
based off of the last map,
Yeah,
be
I like,
enough
dude,
to
again,
carry them
I'm
through the-
happy with the changes that I'm seeing.
defensive side.
Since they've been
Still
getting
2 more to
wrecked a
play,
little
though.
bit in this square, like I was talking about.
9-3.
They kind of been
And a
changing
7-5
middle.
is a
We
match
go for the
from
aggro.
attacking
Did we
edge.
switch the
Seen
op
this
over?
already
Yes, we
once
did.
in this
Okay, it's the
game.
aggro push.
Paranoia, flash, dash. Once again, expected. Look at how far back they play, man. It's like they know when it's coming.
Damn, okay. Honestly, a lot of the times they've just been playing far back anyway.
Cracks was left behind to hold top mid
It's definitely just
while
worth,
Kiwi was
worth
going
doing. We
into
used to
that.
call it a
That
fanatic, like you do
separates
have
them
a
and allows for the
default,
easy kill.
which is just
Really
normal
nice
map control, but a lot of times when we would call it
adaptation from
fanatic,
ASE
we would
normally
literally just hold for
solves
5-10 seconds. It's very common on this map for teams to do something aggro, especially after a timeout.
Fortunately,
Especially
there were
after
two
your
there. That would've
timeout,
been
I
difficult to hold by
should say.
himself.
It's the constant pivots. Mr. Fallen has
March
been on his toes in the last
has Killjoy ult.
few couple of rounds. Can he do it again? This time there's a KO ult, so he's potentially not even going to get that dart off. He just pulled it out, though. Dart coming. It's there. They can't get out the smoke.
Yeah, this recon's incredible.
Flash,
Delayed
the
it
dart.
perfect. We
He's
get an
getting
extra
out.
person
He's gotta
here.
get
He's
out. He
dead,
can't.
but what is the timing like for
Mr.
cracks?
Fall's gonna join him.
Oh, okay, awful.
I mean, what an open.
Spike planted.
There's massive room to actually punish that. Darts up. There's a smoke on us.
Okay.
They've got
Nicely done.
space up close. Switch.
Nice round from them.
Brutal, but they separate themselves from each other.
What is Cracks doing there? His stuff was fine.
I love that reaction.
He just got a little bit unlucky with the timing. He got unlucky that his team didn't get a kill. Like, if his teammate gets a kill, maybe this guy's looking there to try and trade it back, and then he can go through. If his teammate doesn't get a kill, they can just constantly hold spawn, so it was completely fine.
He's probably chilling after the...
Where is Ardis? Bro, the Japanese fans love Ardis. Oh my goodness. Dude, we're talking about Demon 1's followers doubling. Surely Ardis's followers have almost doubled. Feels like they actually just they love him so much out there.
Life with blades. Pushed off, and I'm not finding any value with the op. Oh, a second.
So aggro sometimes.
They're gonna get out on A. It's just
Oh my god, the movement's sick.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it is disgusting. It's sick.
It's just so
This stuff is crazy.
Spike planted.
The potential for 5.
It's so nice that they have a good range. They have a really good range of strats. What I've liked from just this game before, and maybe that I didn't see too much from their other game, was just how methodical they can be. They can throw these methodical rounds in where they're taking a lot of map control and just mid-rounding, and then they can also have these rounds that they throw in as well, which is just straight madness from individuals that might actually cost them.
They've gotten down to
2v5.
3v2. That nano's good. That's gonna cut off space.
Shot.
Goodness.
As Bunt cuts off Maj's head. Cracks on the tap.
Okay. It was cool. Half 7-5 is kind of what you expect on this map. Nothing too crazy. Nice to see FUT actually winning a pistol for once. Like we said, that's their first pistol out of 7.
We've seen massive shifts on Ascent in recent times, but these two teams right now, ASE, they're putting it all out there. And I think they've gotten through the most difficult half. That defense from
Starting
them
to
was
understand
so
FUT
good.
is more used to slow-paced Valorant. I mean, that's
Put together
EMEA.
a
That's
massive run
how EMEA play a lot of
to
the
stay in
time.
this one.
It's such a similar conversation where we're having in map 1.
Just slow mid-round map control, question marks. When teams are throwing in this crazy stuff, it can be a nightmare.
What do you think?
We got wrecked when we played the first Reykjavik, when we played against the Brazilian teams. We lost like every prac, like 24. Like we would only give 4 rounds against them just because the fast play style. We're just like, what the hell is going on? We have to just talk about it a lot. Aryan, what's up? Aryan 202 with the gifted sub to Fire Pixels. What's up, dude? Aryan, thank you so much for that.
Who had that awesome 4K in round 6, Mimi.
And this is the moment where I thought FUT was just going to run
Shouldn't
away
FUT be
with
used to the
that right,
Turkish
get knocked
team
down to a
swinging though?
PO
There's a
few
difference
rounds in a
between
row,
swinging and
getting
just
up by
absolutely
ASE.
sending it
And
within
normally
like the
on these second
first 10
attacks,
seconds.
lose that momentum can really snowball
Caesar
out of
Enox, what's up,
control.
dude?
But despite
Style,
this crazy
Style
moment
SE,
from Mr.
what's up,
Fallen,
Style
ASE
SE?
in
Welcome
those
into the
first
sub
few
club.
rounds
If you're here,
actually
make sure you say
rallied
thank you
back.
to
And I think
Caesar.
we're doing a really
Caesar,
good
appreciate
job
you.
of
18 gifted
capitalizing
altogether.
how
Thanks for
little
doing that,
FUT is
mate.
playing with control,
Is Team
but
Heretics
had
actually
a
going to pick up
success in
Benji
those
Fishy?
splits in the last few rounds.
I don't
We
know.
know how
Let's
this
wait and
map
see.
is, we know how it works.
I
We
think
know that
Benji
FUT
has
decided to start
potential.
on this defense, of course, but practically they got that pistol, and as we said, it looked like ASE started to read onto why they wanted to do it. I feel like at the beginning, Kiwi was a little bit of a final boss that they were encountering, and actually at the beginning, not really knowing how to deal with him. The moment that he stopped being a problem, ASE found a lot of good splits, a lot of good executes, and were making it really hard for FUT to fit in this.
This second half is going to come down to Mr. Fallen. He's the IGL who pushed this team over the line, found really the first competitive Turkish team internationally in a long time, and it again is going to have to come to that IGL to call a damn good attack side to close this one out and keep FUT in it. If not, China will get their first win, and ASE will
Vitality as well, that's true.
As we get ready
Yeah.
for this second half, I don't know if we have
If not
the
Vitality,
answers, but we
maybe
certainly
like
have some questions. Let's go ahead and send it back over to Doug and
yeah,
Paul.
Benji Fishy,
Thank you, Golden Boy. The benefit
Laza,
is that we don't have to be the ones to
Alive
answer those questions. That's really on FUT to
from
figure out. They
Send.
find themselves down
Trying to
to,
think who else could fill.
or up to, excuse me, but they go towards the
I
attacking
think they're like the
side now,
top
and
3 that
ASE
I would
have
think
stuck
of. I don't know if
around
there's
in this thing.
another
They have the opportunity once again. We've
another
touched on
player.
this a few
Kiko, I
times,
guess, if
the
they don't make
opportunity
it.
to make history.
Vac.
Chinese team
Actually, they might go with
to win a
Vac.
series. Hasn't happened yet.
Okay. Where are we in
One
terms of
already.
pistols? 1-2 in terms of just this map. 1-0.
Capability to put FUT away in this tournament.
Almost a lineup. 18 HP.
Confidence, man. Still playing with confidence. Still taking these early fights.
Man, they had a
protect him
big,
too.
heavy setup here. I like this setup. Punish towards middle. Retake.
Shorty in the mix.
And kill setup over towards A.
There's so much help, too. But they let them both pass, and the door, I imagine, is going to be going down. They're going to be left on the other side of it. There it goes.
Nice way to clear everyone.
Life's going to rotate all the way through main.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah,
We
that's
get to see
coming
a
fast.
big,
Remember, they didn't
big
go
jewel
through
coming in
main, so-
here from Atta.
Atta Captain's ready for it, though. He swings out, he cleans him up,
Great job. Monk still only with the shorty.
and still stuck
There
on
it
the
is,
other side
it's
of that
classic.
door. Finally cleared.
Retakes were fantastic for them on Haven.
They're going to have to be fantastic again. Long jumping
Dude,
out
the
that door,
Omen
lights up
flash combo
everybody.
with the
Oh,
Two for
Sova.
two, but main still not cleared.
Ooh,
Kiwi just
really
saved the
close
day.
round.
Oh
I like
my
the idea of this
goodness.
retake.
That
Thought it was really
switch
cool. Again,
made me think that he hit that.
just well comboed with the Omen flash
It's
and then
Kiwi,
the
though.
recon above. Too far away with the near sight to actually see the recon scan
So
too.
close.
But yeah, they did great. Huh?
Attacking Soul Esports to call it even.
Last player standing.
Atta did really well. Really well. Aryan, thank you so much for the 300 bits as well, bro. Appreciate you.
Which is what we've been waiting for.
Do you think
Really, this entire
if in
tournament.
Champions pearl changes are there, teams
Thinking who
might shift their
contributed the
meta
most to that
towards
first
more
half,
chamber?
and
Yeah, I
agree with
expect
the
stuff like that.
Mr. Fallen, he was very active on that defense.
I kind of need to see that. Oh my goodness. I kind of need to see the changes fully, like actually go on a map,
Also,
but I think
life,
so.
Like, with a classic,
I at least
armor,
think we'll
decides,
see an
"I'm gonna go for
uptick
it
in
again."
chamber because of the changes.
Swap, too.
They look relatively good.
Again?
Damn,
Another
dude, he's
ding.
dinking everyone with a classic.
I'll take his life
What the
for
hell's
3,
going
that's
on?
crazy.
Aryan, thank you so much, mate.
That's just insane.
They're swapping all the weapons. There's no force up here, though, for ASE. Remember, that was a factor in Haven.
I cannot use that.
They won the pistol on their defense.
Wait, didn't FUT win a pistol on Haven?
Smoked off.
Oh,
instantly.
okay, yeah, we've been saying a false narrative. You're
Does
right.
that instill enough confidence?
You're right. It's 3-1 in pistols.
There's a fight happening on both sides.
Yeah, they
That is
forced.
just a shorty. Creeping
They won.
forward.
They won the defense pistol.
Tried to peek with the turret, but not quite the right angle for him. And
Yeah, that's a great shot.
rotate over, leave Monk alone.
30 seconds left.
3 classics remain. And we've seen the 3 classics, or the classics be formidable as a Shroud, but it was
What do I think
primarily
about
in the hands of
Papo?
life.
Yeah, waiting for the smoke to come through.
Everyone hypes him up a
Yeah,
lot,
you're right, but 3v5
and I know in
with just
practice
classics
against
is
us as well, especially,
incredibly
he has
difficult.
performed. But when it gets to
Nigh
officials,
impossible.
I don't know.
Still keeping things
I
very
just haven't seen enough from
clean
him
here from FUT, despite
to
the
kind of
takes,
live up to the
despite
hype
the damage done.
that he has in the
That's
EMEA.
what ASE right now are trying to target, is those players who are weak. Probably end up
Thanks for the drop. Oh, you actually got the
Okay.
drop? That's good,
Performance of
dude,
the
because the
round,
drop
though.
wasn't working before, so it's nice to see. Alright,
speak about the performances in that first
don't think we're
half.
going to be seeing anything with this unless they try and
Swapped
hunt.
off of relying on a lot of individual prowess.
Thoughts on Juggy? I mean, we tried Juggy. I really like him. I think he's...
what they were doing.
There's no way.
actually
I think
relied a lot on
he's.
the team
I think
play, a
he's
lot on
great,
that
man. His
really,
comms
really
were
nice
a lot
default
better
in
than I
around
thought
the
they
map.
would be. But yeah, I guess I should have expected it from
All sorts of entries.
a tier 1 kind of player in CS that's been in good teams.
Ishin falls to the spike.
Kronos as well. Kronos
Turn our
underscore
attention
91.
towards the next
Thanks so
round.
much with the prime. 7 months.
But won
Appreciate
the
you.
pistol. They win the
What do I think
second,
about
and
Tens? I mean,
yes,
he's very,
plenty of
very
damage was dealt,
gifted.
as we saw
I
at the
just
beginning, but
think that
the
he
weapons
has
were
to, for Tens to fully enable, in my personal opinion, it has to be in double
Very
duelist.
nicely done from FUT.
And
they're
I just think
heavily
he's
now in
just
the
a player
lead
that
in
needs
terms of scoreline.
freedom.
ASE,
I
with
could
the
be
guns that
wrong,
they have,
for sure.
this is
I've
their
never played in the
chance.
team, but at least when I watch him, when I see him
Full
with a
light
double
armor for them as well.
duelist, I
By the
really
way,
like
completely
it.
committing to that event.
Okay, let's focus on this.
there's
And I
no one
think
watching
there's
B, there's
enough
no one
freedom for that
really
to happen.
patient about it.
What's this site
All
here
a footer
like?
towards A.
This knife just caught at least 3.
The nano, the
The
paranoia.
util was too good.
There's no real way to get in, but Bunk
the
gets
smoke.
spammed, yeah. Ooh, Ishin is in a position to have a ton of value here. There's help from up top. The
flash.
flash out on the swing. All 3 targets there. Snaps on Captain, looking for more, not able to find it.
Big 2-on-2 at the moment.
2v2 here falls into a
That's a
2v1
huge
and
kill.
FUT
He is
on the
here so
precipice of
early.
bonus again.
Not recovering the spike yet. Life doesn't know though.
Damn.
Now he does.
Remember how confident he's been.
Nicely
That
done.
confidence may have cost him his life there.
Another one.
FUT with both bonuses on this
Yeah.
map.
Pulling out the real
Started
EG
out with
here.
that 4-0.
Double pistol, double bonus.
Now they're doing it again. On the second half. Again, should be where you see a little bit of a comeback here from ASE, but so far not there. Opportunities abound. They had the room.
Yep.
They got the knife off, delayed the hit coming through, but that spam through the smoke.
Factors that chimed in. It's more just like a
Down
meta
5,
thing.
you know, you talked ball in the previous round about how they were continuing to invest in this light armor strat.
What
and
about your
that's
boy
what allows
Lewis,
them
man?
to
I
have
love
some
Lewis.
sort of
I
a
think
bite
he's
in this
great.
round.
Yeah.
He, I think
Going up to
Lewis
would
is.
have been really difficult
I don't
to
know.
deal with.
I think he's.
Still a
I reckon
situation
2 years. I think he's gonna be on a really good team.
in front of him.
If he keeps the same attitude, I'm really confident. I think he's learning fast. His aim's good.
So right now,
I think
position, no,
he's.
they're gonna
I
challenge,
rate
but
him, man.
takes one with him.
He's just a
He's just so
grinder.
reckless.
Grinders
Very
eventually
least,
make
yeah.
it.
That's a position you could dash out of.
Yeah, nah, I'd rather fight.
Crazy when you know they know where you're at. It's crazy.
remember here, to go back to the first half, it was because of the light armor that ASE was able to have a buy in the 4th round, and that's what stopped the bleeding. Can they do it again here?
Nice trade.
Another 1-for-1.
All right, it's all up. It's all up to Bunt.
Bunt trying to anchor.
They did manage to get the buy into this because, like we said, light armor.
So good this map.
One of the ones who struggled a little bit against EG. Now definitely having a good game, and Shifamai out the smoke. Give space for Monk to find another.
That might be it. 2-9 loss bonus on top of this. Gonna have a low buy. We're most likely getting 12-5. We do have knives though. Let's not count them out. Life with knives.
Still might be able to put together another buy because they've got knives in live sand. See what they choose.
What do you think about making the Phantom Band of 300 credits? No, man. You gotta take down the lower guns fast before we start taking down the main guns.
Definitely a dangerous one. Life continuing to play in mid. There's no variation here. Mimi was talking about this on the desk. They start to run out of ideas, run out of fuel. That's what happened against DRX. We saw multiple instances where they go for the same round over and over, and Life again gets picked out.
Yeah, I mean, he was the person with the hero gun, hero all into this. He was the person to make a play. He went for it. They took him down.
The call out of the timeout was, we're just gonna solo fight.
Okay.
No, but it's fine with it. It's fine to make a solo play if you're the person with it. Like you treat the
biggest
Jet ult as a hero gun basically. So for him to make a hero play, it's fine. It would be nice to have a setup on top of it, but
and it might honestly win the round.
Yeah, this is good reaction.
Just 1v1. It's still possible. Monk has upgraded a weapon here.
Okay, they're regrouping.
Kiwi did great.
There it is.
This time in the hands of Bunt.
Some low HPs might be able to do some more damage here.
Has to clear that out before even consider getting the retake.
This was one of the players with light armor. There's only 3 of them. Cover going out. There's still duels possible. But they did regroup into A. You heard the dash in that direction. But he has to deal with the crossfire from A main and down in dark. What?
All right,
Early.
That'll do it. Okay, 7 chances. We get the flip reverse of Haven.
Kiwi with 4, FUT with map point. 5 rounds in a row on the attacking side. I mean, even this, like, I understand it was a light buy, and really, you kind of were.
These players have the Masters purple gun buddy. When you go and play on these LAN tournament client, you have all the skins unlocked.
It's a great attempt. Yeah. So many Jets go for that because the Sova's constantly playing out from there.
On your account.
They're going to turn everything fast flash. Paranoia in. Monk hiding inside of logs. They get the lockdown.
Nice recon.
Is that a shot?
Yeah, nice recon on this. Is that it? Oh, we done.
Where are you going, man?
What a sick round. Okay, dominant Haven followed by a dominant Ascent. What do we get for Lotus? Surely a close one.
Kiwi flash, Mr. Fallen gets the kill, Bunt's left alone, and it's a prime
really strong. Really strong.
Tie us up at 1-1.